So I've always thought log cabins were cool, but I kind of thought they were an advanced skill set that it took a long time to learn, and it was something I could never really do. Like, you gotta have all the tools and all the expertise, and then it's a massive project. What I've learned from this system is that anyone can build a log cabin if you can either produce or get access to the square beams. The system of cutting it with these jigs makes it so simple that everyone here has learned it in a day. So I think this is an awesome event, and I think it's a great product to make a log cabin accessible to everybody.
So we're halfway through the first day, and I am loving every bit of it. We get to do everything hands-on and use the jigs. We're building a cabin, and it's just so fun to see it all come together.
What have you learned so far that you're surprised about?
Oh, all of it. Randy has a wealth of knowledge, and so learning that there are actual twists in the grain of the logs, I didn't know about that at all, and there's left-hand, right-hand twists. Just learning how just the basic dovetail construction, you know, that's something that I didn't know, and so I'm learning that. And
so here we are in the beautiful Missouri. We're halfway through the build. And I genuinely think that the jig is something that anybody can use. And I feel like anybody, even with minimal chainsaw experience, minimal carpentry experience, could effectively cut dovetail, corners and effectively build a log cabin.
Are tumbling down the trail, golden whispers in the gale, acorns bounce like tiny hail, the woods are alive. Autumn in the Ozarks calls my name, crisp air dances through the flame, every ridge and hollow the same, burning bright with gold. Creek sings low with a gravel hum, barefoot echoes where the deer might run. Morning frost bites the rising sun, it chills but feels like home.
All right, so guys, we're starting into day 2, and you've had a full day already put in. We've got some walls up over here, getting ready to start on the roof structure, I believe, today. What did you guys think of day 1?
Well, it was great. It was a great learning experience. The instructors were great. The tools are excellent. The dovetail jig is amazing. Makes everything easy. Yeah, it was fun. I can't wait to get the roof structure going and see what we can do next.
Cool. Paul?
Tool's incredible, the jig. I mean, it makes a dream, a 30-year-old dream possible for somebody whose experience is just watching this old house. And the hands-on here just builds your confidence, and this, like I'll have to repeat myself, this makes a 30-year-old dream possible for somebody with no experience.
Awesome.
It's incredible.
Same thing. I mean, they pretty well covered it, but very impressed with it. It's fast. It's been a really good experience.
Autumn in the Ozarks calls my name, crisp air dances through the flame, every ridge and hollow the same, burning bright with gold. The banjo laughs like a mountain stream, echoes bounce through a golden dream, chasing the breeze like a rebel team. The hills are alive tonight. Autumn in the Ozarks calls my name, crisp air dances through the flame, every ridge and hollow the same, burning bright with gold.
right, Todd, so what did you think of this weekend?
This was an incredible weekend, worth 5 times the price. There were so many things that we learned, but 2 of the biggest things that we learned was to not overthink it and just do it. And even when you're figuring out your roof system, you're worried about all the calculations for angles and stuff. They make it so simple. So you are very confident when you go back to do your project that it's gonna turn out great. I can't recommend the course high enough. My name's Todd.
I'd say you don't have to be a log builder to really put up a log building. I mean, I know nothing about building at all, and it really made me confident, if anything. It really is a good time.
Cool. So Is there anything in particular that you like best or that you were most excited about?
I really like the jig. The jig itself really just takes the thinking out of it. Mm-hmm. A guy with a chainsaw, 2 hands, he could really do a lot with it. So that's all we really need now. So.